Hey guys, what's up? It's Tom, and on today's video, we're talking about buying your first private jet in a seller's market. Check it out. Hello and welcome. So today we're going to talk about what creates a seller's market. Well, really what it comes down to is just supply and demand. Right now we're seeing a historically low inventory of pre-owned private jets for sale, and the demand is super high. Private aviation is not going anywhere, and so we have an issue of supply and demand. And what's really interesting is that when you think about the individuals who own private jets, they're a lot less impacted by external factors. So I've heard a couple of people talk about, well, I'm gonna wait for the market to burst, or this and this is gonna happen. But when you're looking at these high net worth individuals like yourself, you're a lot less impacted by external factors. So supply and demand in this context is kind of relative, and it's kind of internal. So it's really kind of an interesting market that we have right now. Now, I appreciate you checking out this video. Before I continue, I want you to go to theultimatejetguide.com, where I've put together a full guide for jet buyers like yourself. So here are a few steps you're gonna wanna take when you start buying. Number one, do your research. And what I mean by that is think about how many people you're gonna take, how far you're gonna go, do you need single pilot, do you need a certain vintage, all of that kind of stuff. Now, you might think that right now it's too early to engage a broker, but it's not. And when you think about it, you really want a broker with the heart of a teacher. Think about this idea of if you call a broker and number one, he doesn't call you back, that's a red flag. And number two, if he doesn't take you seriously because you're not ready, that's something else that you want to consider. And that's something that, I really try to bring to the market. We're all busy, right? But at least I can send you a text back. At least I can communicate with you that, hey, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So you might think it's too early to work with a broker, but it's really not. They're going to help you really dial in that right jet. Even right now, I'm working with somebody. We're not sure if we're looking at a Citation, a CJ, a Phenom, a Mustang. There's a lot of options, and I'm going to work with them, even though it's not going to be something that's going to happen in the next, super future. But that's important to me. You want to find another broker that's like that. There are ways to stay on a broker's radar so that you're respectful of his time and other clients, but you still get the information you need. And this is something I want to share with you, because sometimes people get upset, with me when it's like, hey, I can't send you all the information you want right this second. It's a matter of being transparent and just being upfront. Hey, I'm looking to buy. I'm not quite sure what I need. It's going to be a couple of months, and hey, let's work together in that vein, in that style. So just a couple things to keep in mind, when you're working with someone, because it's really going to be helpful for you. So next, let's talk about internal research. And we kind of talked about this earlier. What are your needs? How many people are you going? How far are you going? What's your price point? And in terms of your price point, think about what is your tolerance for a project versus turnkey. Again, this is a seller's market. So that means that even the project planes are going to be demanding a higher retail value. So, you really got to dial in your budget before you start getting into the market. So that's things that you need to take care of, right? This is your own tolerance. Let's talk about external research. What do you need from other people, or what do other people need from you? So you're gonna have a team of people involved in this whole decision-making process. Maybe you've got a significant other or a partner that's gonna be part of the decision. So we have to talk about that, how much you're gonna use it. Think about insurance requirements. Okay, think about your age, thinking about the vintage, the age of the plane. Are you gonna be financing it? So what are the insurance requirements gonna be? Maybe you can't buy an old 501 for $500,000. You need a newer CJ2 for $2 million because you can't get financing on the older plane. Let's talk about pilots. Let's talk about mechanics and hangar space. These are all things you wanna have in place before you go into the seller's market, so that you're aware of everything that's gonna be going into this buying decision. Now, once you've done your research, now it's time for a plan of attack. So how do you stand out in the market? So you're ready to go hunting. Okay, this is a great analogy I like to use. We're hunting for that plane, and so we want to be ready when that plane shows up. So how are we ready? We're ready by, number one, working with a broker. This is how you stand out in the market. When I call and I say, I have a client and here's what they need, the broker or the other person on the other end of that phone call knows, okay, we're serious. This person has hired a professional to deal with this transaction, so I know that they're real. Number two, another way to stand out in the market is put money in escrow. Now, I know a lot of people might think like, hey, it's a little too early, haven't even seen the plane, but the reality is showing funds in escrow, proof of funds, is something that a lot of the sellers are looking for nowadays, because they're not looking for tire kickers, and they know there are a few tire kickers out there. Number 3, have your APA ready, your aircraft purchase agreement. A lot of the industry has skipped from LOIs. We don't do OTPs or LOIs anymore because it's too fast and furious. We put a Citation 5 on the market a couple weeks ago. It was under contract within 2 days, and it was above ask price. So this is the market that we're in right now. So have your APA ready, or at least know your terms. Know what your price point is going to be. Know what kind of deposit you're gonna put down, although maybe you already have it in there because you're listening to this video. Know where you want to take it for a pre-buy, and understand a lot of sellers don't want their aircraft to go anywhere. And that's not because they're hiding something, but rather they're in the driver's seat right now. They just don't want to take open themselves up to the exposure by taking their plane somewhere to someone that they don't know. And there's something to that. So know your terms. What kind of a pre-buy are you going to do? Are you going to do a boroscope? Are you going to do logbook reviews? And you can watch this video right here that'll actually take you through the steps of how to do a pre-buy and things that you might want to consider, in your pre-buy. So know your terms. That's going to help you stand out in the market. So I hope all of these tips have helped you get ready to buy your first private jet in a seller's market. It is an interesting market, and to be honest, I don't think it's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Like I said, this is all about supply and demand. The supply is extremely low, and it's limited. Even the manufacturers have slowed down their manufacturing of brand new jets, and the demand is not going anywhere. Private aviation is here to stay. Acquisition costs have kind of stabilized right now, so people know kind of what it's going to be, and it's a fun time. So congratulations on getting ready to buy your private jet, your first private jet. And if I can help you in any way, reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram, on TikTok, at Tom Lelyo. I've got market reports, I've got questionnaires, everything that I can do to help you in this next journey. I'm happy to do that with you. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more information. Click that like button and comment below what jet you're looking for right now, and maybe we can connect and I can help you out. Have a great day.